like you're not doing the right thing.
So you feel like you gotta record every day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. With the music, you can record, but just like do other aspects. You take some time to like focus on design.
And that's kind of what I've been trying to do is like focus on like other parts of brand building. Like I've been trying to learn like marketing, like those videos we were talking about. I'm trying to learn those, like figure out those, take notes on those, do stuff like this.
And that's tough.
And
I like that shit.
Like make TikToks, even like little stuff like that.
How you been though, bro?
Good, man.
You been good?
Yeah.
What you been on?
Bro, working. Started school at Georgia State.
Georgia State got you like locked in and networking?
Yeah, bro. On a whole different level. On an entirely different level.
When you are just going to events, networking, like it's so different than being a part of an organization with somebody else.
Fast.
Like it's just different. Like the way you connect with that person, you know that you have a similar interest in mind. It's not like you're just at a show and they just happen to be next to you. So you're like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm Tiien.
So you feel like you got like a crowd full of similar creators?
Yeah, it gives you a much better base. I feel like to start on as a relationship with somebody. And that's all this is building relationships with people.
Would you consider yourself to be good at building relationships?
Man, most of the time, but sometimes definitely no. I'm definitely more of an introverted type person. I'm that stereotypical introverted creative. I like to just sit in my studio by myself, to be honest with you, and just make my music and write my music and get my thoughts out. But, you know, you gotta get out. You gotta meet people.
There may be a lot of people out there that's kind of introverted. They like music, but they ain't really too into the limelight, getting themselves, noticed and stuff. Just giving people some background information on Tiien the artist.
Tiien as an artist, I feel like Tiien is very me, you know. Like when you meet Tiien, I want you to see Etienne and Tiien. You know what I'm saying? But also Tiien is a little bit exacerbated version. Like, you know how I said I was a little introverted? Like Tiien is that extroverted part of me. Tiien is that part of me. So when I'm, I want to talk to people, I really want to make people feel something. And I want to be what I see in other artists and in other people that inspire me when I'm being Tiien, which is, I don't change my persona or nothing, but like, it's just like I'm putting myself a little more out there. I'm being a little more vulnerable. I'm letting people know what I really, really think.
So you got like a switch to where like, all right, I'm Etienne right now, but then I'm Tiien.
Honestly, no.
Okay.
But I have heard a lot of artists say that, and I feel like that honestly might be a decent route if you're the type of person that likes to stay to themselves more so. Because with music, you gotta be out there, you gotta be at events.
Why do you think that's a misconception?
Think about how many people really make music. Like, think about how many people you know that make music.
Make good music.
Good music, yes. There's a lot of people that can make good music. Anybody can make good music, but like, can you be the brand? Can you be someone that somebody wants to latch on to? Because when I think about it, I think about most of this in terms of what I like in other artists.
Okay.
Like when I'm looking at NBA YoungBoy, one of my favorite artists, I don't relate to everything he talks about. I don't live the same life he lived. I don't go through the same stuff he's been through in many ways. But like, it's ways that I listen to his music and I connect to, bro, because he's talking about real situations that people really go through, and like, he's not faking anything. And you see that, even if it don't directly relate to me, I see that and I'm like, I feel it. It's a lot more genuine of a connection.
You may be introverted, you may not be the most social person, right? How are you able to make that switch when you get around people to be like, all right, I'm Tiien the artist, and I want them to kind of vibe with what I'm doing? Like,
it's kind of like a mental state. And then let's say I'm in the studio 6 hours. Let's say I wake up at 9 a.m. I do my thing. I do like to work out. So let's say I go to the gym, come home. I'm home at like 11, 12. I go to the studio. So let's say I'm in there until nighttime, 6, 7 p.m.
oh, you grind.
And then I go out to an event. Let's say I go to a show, whatever it may be. If I'm having a day like that, that's just a damn habit. So I do that, and I don't like in the car. You know, I'll listen to my own music. You know, turn myself up. I feel like listening to my own music. It gives me a little confidence in myself because I'm like, okay, I do be snapping. You know, so that's really it. Like there's not like a switch that I can flip. And sometimes I be wishing there was. There's not like a switch that I can flip and just be like, I'm Tiien now. Like I'm him. Like I'm doing this. I'm talking to everybody. But it's more so like a okay, I'm doing something that I really need to do. Like this is just part of it.
And that's good that you say that. I know a lot of people that's out there that's struggling with separating themselves from the artist and the actual person that they are. And you just talk about like giving yourself that confidence, listening to your own music, knowing yourself as an artist. How important is that?
I think that's very important, and I don't want it to sound like I completely know myself as an artist because I don't. You know, I just started about 3 years ago.
Okay.
As far as making songs, taking it seriously, it's been maybe like a year and a half, 2 years probably.
Okay.
But I think knowing yourself as an artist is very important. Like I still think there's parts of that I don't fully understand myself that I need to get a full grasp on. But knowing what you want to do, like knowing that I want to inspire people, knowing similar artists to myself that I want to be similar to, as far as like even just an image or like a message they're trying to send. I think that's super important because you don't need to model yourself after anybody. I think everybody should be themselves, like completely, like just be yourself. And if people latch onto you, they're gonna latch onto you. Like I feel like that's a huge thing.
A lot of people struggle with that though, man. You just said you didn't been doing music for 3 years, but the last year and a half or so, you taking it serious.
Mm-hmm.
Have you dealt with any doubt? Man, I've been doing music for 3 years. Nobody catching on.
All the time. I don't want to say every day. Some days I be feeling myself, but a lot, bro. Like I feel like a lot of upcoming artists probably go through that. It's a process, and if you don't understand that it's a process, I feel like it's those be the artists that slip into that trap of like, shit, I'm finna blow up. And it's not all about blowing up, bro. Like for me, it's not about blowing up. It's I want to build something.
Okay.
And I feel like that's really the best way because when you look at all the artists that are, they've been Drake type artists, people that have been on top for years, like they built something. They built a real fan base. They built a real brand. There's something bigger than music.
And that's what Tien's trying to do. You trying to build a brand.
Yeah, like I want it to be more than music. It's not just, I don't want you to just get in the car and play me. I would love that, yes, but it's not just about that. It's not about you just listening to the songs I make. Like it's about, if I decide to, whatever I go into, like I want to get into like TV, like cartoons is something I'm real big on. Maybe acting, I don't know. I've tried it before. I'm not the greatest actor, but I think it's something I could learn. I think I can do anything. So anything I go into though, I want people that support me to be able to follow that vision.
You just not only doing music, you're doing a whole brand. Like, what are some special characteristics about yourself or your artistry that people may not be like catching on to?
I feel like it's the personal aspect. I feel like I'm very, very personable in my music. Even if everybody doesn't relate to it, I feel like it's a constant evolution because like when I look back at when I started, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't talking about like real life, like just stuff that was happening. Sometimes I, talk about something else. I feel like a lot of people start with that. You learn how to put words together.
Okay.
Then you learn how to put stories together. And then you learn how to put experiences into a sentence and like make it something people can feel. And I'm definitely still working on that, perfecting my craft. But I think, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Real personal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like the average listener is overlooking some of the messages that you are putting into your music?
Yeah, I feel like that definitely happens. Like, I feel like it's some songs I make that I show people, and they might not like. It's like I'm looking for something. I'm looking for them to say something, or I'm looking for them to acknowledge something, or like I want a certain reaction, and I don't get anything even close, and that's okay because obviously I just didn't achieve my goal.
Understand that you have lyricism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way that music is going right now, the average listener is not trying to listen that hard to comprehend, but there is a fan base out there. So do you feel like you are targeting the wrong fan base? The people that's hearing your music, you feel like those are the wrong listeners? How do you feel about that?
I've definitely felt like that in the past because a lot of the shows that I've done in the past, the promoters that I had met were in Atlanta.
Okay.
So a lot of the promoters that I had met were people who were more so interested in clubs and the club type scene, and my music is not that. My music is...
Well, you make a lot of up-tempo music though.
Yeah, but I still feel like even songs like "Look My Way," that's the most upbeat song I got. You know, that's the most club type vibe I feel like I have. But it's not a club song to me. Like, I don't want to go to the club. I'd love to hear my own shit. You know what I'm saying? But if I've never heard of Tiien, you know, and I hear "Look My Way" in the club, I'm gonna be like it's a little much. You know, because there's a lyrical aspect to it, and I want my music to be appreciated for the lyrical and the thoughtful aspect. So I feel like my music just isn't appreciated in certain places like that.
How you feel like people aren't appreciating your music? Is it the current state of music? Do you feel like people haven't really just grasped on to you as an artist? What can you attribute to that?
I would definitely say both because on the first hand, people definitely have not latched on to me. I feel like I'm still in that process of trying to figure out, you know, like TikTok is really a perfect example of this because TikTok is that platform where if you got that personality, people latch on to you very quickly.
And you on there?
Yeah, I'm very much so on TikTok.
Where can they follow you at?
Everybody can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram at MIDTIEN, MIDTIEN. Yeah, TikTok is a perfect example of that. Like, because if people don't, I feel like people could latch on to you, or they won't. And like, TikTok is one of those things you could grind on it, and you really gotta find your niche.
When you post on TikTok, what are you doing?
I'm having fun. I'm making videos that I think are funny, and I'm having a good time doing it. I've posted TikToks with my music, you know, trying to create a new sound, or like even just vibing to my song, you know, making little dance videos type shit. Like it doesn't, it's never gone like viral or nothing like that, and that's okay. I'm not on TikTok to go viral.
Okay.
It's literally like a fun social media for me. Like, but you know, you gotta look at it as a business. But I just try not to do anything that's too out of my element. Like if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it on there. I feel like it's very much so like a freelance thing. Like if you're having fun doing it, you know, why not put it up?
Really, a year and a half in to really taking music serious. So, how has it been from the start to right now, and you still kind of figuring things out? Where do you feel like you can make some improvements?
It definitely has grown in terms of my social media. Like, not even necessarily like follower count, but just people that actually like care about what I got going on. You know, because there's a lot of people you might know in real life who wouldn't support online, or people that you know online that wouldn't support in real life and come buy a ticket or something like that. So I think bringing a culmination of both of those things is extremely important because that's how you really get people to care.
Facts.
And getting people to care is how you get people to buy tickets. And getting people to buy tickets is how you sell out shows, and that's how you build a career and build fans. So I think all that's really important. But being back to what I was saying before, like I think just being myself on social media, like that's something that I very much so trust in. Okay. Like regardless of even if the videos might flop and one of them gets some views and then 20 of them don't get shit, you know, I think as long as there's a constant growth, when I look back at the last 6 months, I think that's more important than did this video go crazy when I thought it would, or no, it didn't. That's not really important to me because I look at the long term and I look at the relationship building aspect, which is like people could look at 20 of these videos and they could really get a vibe for who I am as a person.
And how have you like really locked in on building your own brand and really building your own lane in the music industry, separating yourself from everybody, and you stay in Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody raps, right? How is Tiien building his own lane and separating himself?
On a citywide aspect, I feel like my music is different from a lot of the people that I'm performing and working with.
Okay.
I feel like I bring different sounds together. Like I feel like I have very good beat selection. Maybe that isn't just based to Atlanta. Like when you're looking at Atlanta artists, you're not gonna be like, oh, he picking the same beats as everybody else in Atlanta. Because a lot of places have a similar sound. I feel like I don't have that same sound. But it's just the personable aspect. I feel like it's like really relating to a person. A lot of people do that. A lot of people don't. And in terms of what makes me different from the people that do, I just feel like it's just personable. Like it's just personal. It's just me versus this other person who expresses their viewpoints and their life and their stuff.
People want to hear something they can relate to. Like what I look at in music is like what I want to hear. What I want to hear in music is kind of what drives me to make my own music.
And the stuff that you hear in the music, is it the real shit or is it the fake shit?
To be honest with you, a little bit of both. I be listening. I definitely be listening to the fake stuff, and I definitely listen to the real. I'm trying to focus on the real stuff though, because I really want to tell a story and build a brand and like
Facts.
I think that's super important when you're trying to do that. But also sometimes that little fake music, the little fake turn, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm fucking this, and you know, sometimes it just goes. Yeah, and you know, like it's also part of like not taking yourself too seriously.
Okay.
To the point where like you can't just make a song. Like if I'm in that type of mood, if I'm in a good ass mood, maybe I want to make a song where I feel like I'm the man and I'm doing all this, you know, like maybe I want to try to like talk like it's happening already because this is what I want in the future. So like, you know, I feel like there's nothing wrong with actually making that type of music, but I won't say I have a problem with it, but I don't look at it favorably when someone is making that their personality. Like if you're trying to be something you're not.
Have you ever kind of like use your imagination when you're making your music to make you sing something that you're not?
I would say I've definitely put myself in the shoes of where I want to be.
Okay.
As opposed to where I'm at. You know, when I'm writing a song or when I'm punching in a song. So, yeah.
Man, I really just want to ask you, you released your first single 3 years ago called Top Bunk on SoundCloud. Tell us the mind state that you was in when you released that song and how you feel about that.
When I released Top Bunk, actually, that wasn't my first song ever.
Okay.
My first song ever was called Don't Wanna Talk.
Is that available for people to hear?
Hell no, I deleted that shit. It wasn't even a terrible song. Like
they just couldn't hear that.
Yeah, like it wasn't mixed, bro. Like even Top Bunk was probably the first song I ever got mixed. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So that's why it's still on my shit today.
So you uploaded it to SoundCloud. Tell us the process. Matter of fact, shed some light on why you use SoundCloud. People use DistroKid now, maybe
Right.
United Masters. You are heavy on SoundCloud. Tell the people why you fuck with SoundCloud, why you uploaded your first song on there, how you felt about your first song. Like, give some insight on about that.
SoundCloud is, when you first started, it's a free platform, number one. So if you don't, at the point that I was at, I didn't know what I wanted to do with music. I had more so just written a lot of music and I was like, shit, I want to make a song. So, you know, I did that. And SoundCloud is where you can just post your music very simply. All you need is the audio file. You don't even really need a cover art, but I found one. A little picture off Google or some shit. But yeah, it's free, it's easy to use, and it's just it's what's most available. Like it's a good platform if you're just trying to figure out what you want to do. I do use DistroKid also.
Okay.
I think that's important if you're really trying to like, you know, get known in music.
So you recommend DistroKid right now?
Yeah, definitely. I've heard good things about like TuneCore and stuff, but affordably, DistroKid is the best. The only bad thing I've heard about them is they don't pay you right.
Me personally, I'm going with the United Masters.
United Masters. I know a lot of people that rock with United Masters.
United Masters is putting their people on, putting them in position. I gotta do a little bit more research, but I fuck with United Masters. I released one single through United Masters, but I haven't really tapped in. So you know, you giving a little bit game on the DistroKid, so I fuck with that.
Yeah, DistroKid is cool. United Masters. I've heard United Masters is mostly better for like royalties. Like they pay you right.
That's important nowadays.
But if you're not signed to anybody, you automatically own your masters.
How Russ do it? How Young Dolph do it?
And speaking of Russ, you kind of
Dolph had a distribution deal.
Oh, he did. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Russ did for a little bit also, but right now Russ is making all his
instead of signing, they just got partnership.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
I mean, speaking of Russ, man, you kind of took a Russ approach to your music. If people can go on Apple Music and look at your history of your songs, you've been dropping singles after single after single. Why did you take that approach?
I feel like it's always good to have content because since I started music, I've never been the person that just had a large amount of money to like just, you know, force into my music and just be like, yo, this is me. Like, I'm in your fucking face all the time. Like, that was never, I never had that. So I feel like it was always important. You know, you got to do something. You got to find your thing. Like, even if, like I was saying earlier, I'm still trying to find that exact sound. Like, even if that sound is my promotional thing, it needs to be completely original to me. And then, like, that needs to be my thing. But maybe content is my thing. If I don't have the money for marketing to be my thing, or that sound to be my thing while I'm finding it out, you know, a little bit more perfecting it, then I feel like content, being in people's face in some type of way, is always a good thing. Like, I'm always posting new songs. You get this side of me, you get this side of me, you get this side of me.
Yeah.
You get this video of me, you get to see me create this song, you get to see me rap this song, you know? I just feel like content is really important, and like I keep saying, like, it's something that I like to see from artists. Like, The Baby is one of those really good artists at that. Like, bro is always, I open Instagram, he's the first motherfucker on there. And it's a video, it's a trailer of him just dancing to his song. Like, he got a song coming out next week.
Is your brand struggling with social media? Digital Marketing Genius can help. Create the perfect ad, formulate winning social media plans. This book has it all. Grab yours today.
So how have you been on social media? Give us some game on how you using social media to boost your content.
I mean, I take it seriously in the aspect of, like, I definitely watch what I post, and like I'll try to like say certain, like I'll try to tell a story under my post more than I used to. Like, if I'm dropping a EP, I'll be like, you know, I'll tell a story about the songs on the EP, or like how I felt about the EP. But like, I don't know, it's just trying to be very genuine, like trying to be open with the people that are seeing the post.
Like, how do you feel when you post content, the interactions you get from your audience?
Some things I post and I feel like nobody is feeling it. And then some things I post and I feel like people are very supportive.
And what are the things that you post and that people are supportive?
Like, sometimes, like, those little tea mixes I be doing, I feel like there's some of those that I've posted that, like, and I feel like it's probably just due to the quality of content.
Okay.
But some of those I've posted and people have been very supportive. You know, I get DMs, I get people sharing it on their story, I get comments. And then, like, some things I'll post and, like, people just don't really rock with it. Like, none of that happens. And that's okay, because, you know, you got to experiment, you got to try new things. Even just pictures, like I announced I'm dropping an EP Wednesday. I made a post about that. It was like a picture, and then it was a post of like the EP and stuff.
Okay.
People were very supportive of that. You know, I got DMs, I got comments. I feel like saying it out loud, it sounds really like shallow, but I feel like that stuff is really important because that really shows who is rocking with you. Like,
so the content that you do post and the content that's not getting any traction, how are you planning to produce content that people are fucking with and stepping away from the content that people don't like?
Trying to just pay attention to, you know, how many like engagements I get on each type of content. Like, if I do a T-Mix versus just if I post a TikTok as a reel or something like that, let's say one of my reels gets like 5,000 views or something, as opposed to like 700, you know? That 700 one, I'm gonna look at it and be like, okay, like, why wouldn't people like this? I'm gonna look at the big one and be like, what did I do in this video, whether it was me rapping or whether it was me just being funny. I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna be like, what was I doing that some people like some about it, you know? So just trying to figure that out, what people like from me.
What do you think the people like from you?
They like
like when you post videos?
I feel like it kind of is like the mindless shit in some way. Is that, but people also like the T mixes, like the rapping. So it's just like original content. Like, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out the TikTok stuff. So like me posting on TikTok, some of my videos will get a good amount of views, and then other stuff won't, or other stuff will, and I'll have no idea what. There was one video, my most viral TikTok video was like a video of me playing with like a futon, and I was like, when I bring a girl home from the club, and then she sees I can fold my bed into a couch. It was like, it's a goofy video, which I be making a lot of. That's mostly what I do, because I just be like going throughout my day, and then I'll be like, oh, this would be a funny TikTok idea, and I'll make the TikTok right then. So like, it's just dumb shit. But I feel like, you know, I need to make it more curated. You know what I'm saying?
So when you post your music, do you get good engagement? When you post a TikTok with your music and you kind of like highlighting your skill, do you get good engagement?
The TikToks, not really. People on TikTok more so like to see like goofy stuff, I feel like. But when I post my music on Instagram, people will go listen to it. Or if I like send people my music, people will go listen to it.
So why don't you make a plan? All right, on TikTok, people like the funny shit from me. On Instagram, people like the T mixes and the music. Why don't you just like formulate a plan and kind of just do specific stuff for certain platforms?
Like organize all of it.
Yeah.
That definitely makes sense. So, okay, do you think it would be a bad thing for me to be like post all of the content on TikTok and then take the good content that would fit on Instagram to Instagram? Because that's kind of, in a sense, what I be trying to do, but I still be trying to figure out exactly what works.
I think you need to like study what works best for the platforms.
Because TikTok is one of those things, like if you post a lot of TikTok, if I post 10 TikToks a day for 6 months, I'm going to probably have a lot of followers at that.
So your calls to action, bro. Are you including a call to action on your TikToks or any of your social media posts?
Like, go follow me, go check this out, share it with a friend. Instagram, I definitely do that. On TikTok, I don't do it as much.
So you need to include a call to action on your TikToks. You kind of really need to, in my opinion, you need to kind of like resurface your TikTok, you know, rebrand it and find out what successful artists are doing on TikTok and how you can kind of immaculate that. So you need to kind of like, all right, on TikTok, I'm going to do this and this is going to resonate with the people. On Instagram, they like the T mixes. I'm going to do this every Friday. Just be consistent. And that's what I mean, I ain't going to tell you what to do or anything, but I feel like that's what you kind of need to do.
I got that idea.
Yeah, what content works best for each platform? All right, Instagram, I'm going to do T mixes every weekend. I don't even got to wake up every day and rap. I'm going to do a T mix on Instagram because that's what the people like. On Instagram, I'm going to do some funny shit, but you still need to check out my music. Figure out what you need to do on Twitter. Like, whatever platform you want, figure out what works best for that audience and do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I recommend.
Yeah, I like that idea. Having a plan.
You dropped your first single maybe 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's 2022. What has been the evolution of Tiien since then?
Man, I feel like it's mostly in the writing style of my music, like the way I write music, the way I look at music, the way I make music. I feel like that's probably the main thing. Yeah, confidence. Bro, confidence and just pure belief in myself. Like, since really, like that one word really brought out a lot. Because when you look at me 3-4 years ago, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wasn't fully confident in my music. I was like doubting it. And you know, like looking back on it, I probably should have been down it, you know, but like, you gotta believe in yourself. So like at some point you gotta just be like, nah, fuck it, this is what I'm doing. And you know, I've done that since then. So like, I've taken steps to make this a career as opposed to just like something I'm doing. Just believing in myself, you know.
And I'm not just saying this because I know you personally. I don't know another person that's trying to go to events right when they get off work, make music right when they get up, network, do this, do that, and not just lose focus on the mission. Why do you got that drive?
I feel like that's I feel like that's just what you gotta do. I feel like I want to look at it as it's a job. Like the same way I'll be working a job, like, you know, I'm going into a place 30, 40 hours a week. I want to be able to be like, I want to be able to look back and be like, I put that same amount of effort into
The music.
my music because I believe in it. You know, it's something I want to do with the music. So I feel like why not put as much time as possible into it? And I really enjoy it. You know, I really love making music. Like I had fun doing it. I had fun just writing a song, even if I'm just sitting on this couch, not doing shit. I'm just writing a song. I have fun doing it. I like to do it.
So it's not even about the fame and the money for you. You really like making music.
Yeah, so it's not even like, sometimes it's not even about like a hustle. Like sometimes it is a hustle. Sometimes I get off work and I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. I want to go to the studio though, so I'm gonna go record. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's literally just like I get off work and I'm like, oh fuck, I couldn't wait to get home so I could write this song. I've been thinking about this beat all day.
Yeah.
And I want to see what I can do to that beat. Like, it's fun. I enjoy it. You know, I love to do it. So I feel like that's a super important aspect of success also. Because like if I don't enjoy it like I do, I'm not doing it like I do. So, you know, maybe I'll come home and write a song an hour a day and then be like, shit, finally I can watch TV. Like, what? You're not going to be successful like that.
Still knock the song
That's
out.
not going to work it.
Yeah.
It's just something I got to do, I feel like.
And that's what I like about you, bro. You're not in it for the fame, the money. You trying to tell a story, bro. Your biggest accomplishment that you kind of put out there, you want to perform at Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud, if you watching this, get my boy Tiien on the stage. Why you want to perform at Rolling Loud?
It's such a good platform, man. And they have so many talented artists on there. Like, I be looking at videos of people performing on there. And I'm just like it's be artists that I want to watch. You know, like Juice WRLD, Lil Tecca. People I listen to, Polo G. Like, there's people I want to, you know, that inspire me.
So you just saying you need about a good 30 minutes at Rolling Loud to resonate with the crowd and you good?
Nah, I don't think, nah. That's not it.
That's not enough time?
It's part of it, you know.
But you just want to go there. Be a part of the experience.
Are you saying to resonate? Like, what do I need to resonate? Or are you saying
really just get your music heard? At Rolling Loud, they got like a diverse crowd, right? You know.
Oh, like if I went to Rolling Loud, do I think that's all I need?
Not all you need, but you stated that, you know, you want that experience, right? What would that experience do? If you was to perform at Rolling Loud, what do you feel like, all right, I'm giving my fans X, Y, and Z. What would you take away from that experience?
I think it would gauge, like, you know, can my music really turn up a big fucking crowd, you know? I think that would be important to see.
What do you think?
I think it could, but also it goes down to my performance style, you know? Like I said before, like, people latch on to something or they don't. And, like, some people just don't get latched on to. I feel like I could be latched on to. I feel like my music is something that I can be latched on to, my personality. But Rolling Loud is just like, it's that once in a lifetime experience I feel like you could get as an artist that, like, whether you, like, even if you're not looking at who's rocking with your music exactly, it can just give you that experience. And, like, even if it's nothing else but just like a self-belief thing, like, oh, I really can be out here in front of 50,000 people, like, performing my music. Like, this is real. People
I'm
really
on the lineup.
this is a real thing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's a once in a lifetime experience.
You have a great merch line out. Not out, but, you know, you're trying to get it out.
In the works.
It's in the works. I want you to showcase that, and, you know, I got an exclusive listen to your project. Beautiful music. Beautiful music. So kind of tell the people about your brand. You know what I'm saying? Made a difference. Tell them about the projects you got coming up. Like, just really showcase the shit you got going on right now.
So Made in Difference. Made in Difference is this brand right here. Actually, just got these today.
I like that.
But Made in Difference it kind of just represents like what I stand for. Like I came up with this very early in my artist journey. Like as soon as I started putting music out, this is kind of something that I came to. I don't know, it just kind of popped into my head. Like, and it was just like, this is something I want to do. Like, because I want to make people believe in themselves. Like, Made in Difference is like, I want people to feel like they are made in difference. I don't want you to feel like you got to do the same thing everybody else is doing. I don't want you to feel like, you know, you're bound to anything. I want you to feel like you are that special one. Because, you know, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm that special person, and even if somebody else doesn't see it, I see it in myself. So, you know, why not act on that and try to make what I want out of life happen? Because you only get, you know, as far as we know, you only get one life.
Facts.
So you need to make that shit count. And I've seen way too many people end up in a life that they don't necessarily want or love. And I want to be older and I want to really truly enjoy everything. I don't want to have regrets. Like, oh, I didn't do this. I should have chased this. Like, I don't want to live my life like that. That's a very sad way to become old, in my opinion.
When can the people expect the merch? I love the design. It's real nice. Like, what I want to, you know, a hoodie myself. When the people can expect this?
I don't have an exact date on it. I do want it very soon, though. It'll be available on my site probably within the next like 2-3 weeks. That will be available through Instagram promotion as well. I don't have an exact date for it though, because I'm still trying to finalize all the designs. This is one that I really like, this hoodie. I got this, and then I really got an MIDT under it. I ain't gonna do all that right now, but
y'all follow my boy on Instagram to keep updates on the clothing line. It's coming soon, and you got a project coming out.
yeah, ways to go.
Ways to go. How do you feel about this project? You feel like you maturing? You feel like different sounds? How do you feel about this project?
I feel very good about it, actually. So I actually recorded, mixed, mastered this project myself.
Ooh.
And for the past like 2 EPs I've put out, this is how I've been doing it. So more so just trying to perfect my craft, trying to create a sound, you know, figuring out what sounds good on me, what sounds good to me, and bringing it to life, like recording my own song and mixing it myself and just trying to figure out that sound, like what message do I want to get across. And these are a lot of just like my favorite songs. Like I want to be able to get to the point where I can put together entire projects and make them almost like a storytelling experience. So
Okay.
I'm trying to figure that out through these EPs and then, you know, make that happen on a larger scale.
All right, so we want to know how many songs, what's your favorite song, and when did you decide I'm gonna mix and master this shit myself?
So this project is 5 songs. My favorite song on it is definitely Million Minute Wait.
Okay.
It's actually the lead off track on it. The song is about chasing your dreams, really, when you look at it. It's about if I had regretted, you know, if I grew old and regretted never chasing my dream.
Yeah.
So I feel like the entire project is kind of a part of that, but I do have some different sounds on the project, which are more like sad type. Like I like a lot of like Juice WRLD type music, Young Boy, you know, but the sap Young Boy, not that I can't even think of the damn Chopper City and fucking, you know, the
He
real
expressing his
aggressive
feelings
songs.
type shit.
Yeah, and that's how he's feeling. That's cool. I love his song. That's just kind of what I'm influenced by. So, but the project I'm very excited about. You know, I feel like I have a lot of new sounds on the way, new sounds coming. So
I heard the project exclusively myself. 5 songs on there, none of them sound the same. I'm really proud of you for what you're doing right now.
thank you.
None of the songs sound the same. You really just kind of shed some insight on. You really putting out a message. You know what I'm saying? And it's go back to what we were talking earlier. Like you feel like people not understanding your message. With this project, how do you feel like people are just gonna understand you as an artist and kind of just rock with the shit you got going on?
I feel like they'll just get to know me a little better. You know, like what I have to say, my experiences. I did want to ask you that. How do you feel about music like that as opposed to an audience-based, an audience-centralized music? Like, because like I said, I'm making music, you know, sometimes it's just really me venting. Sometimes I'm upset and I just really want to vent, like, but you know, that's not always what people want to hear. Maybe everyone can relate to that.
What's the last song you got on there?
The very last song on the thing,
Yeah.
it is Long Night.
Man, I heard that song and like I heard the other 4 songs and I was vibing with them and I heard Long Night and I'm like, you really good at music. You know what I'm saying? I just heard it and I'm like, man, the way you constructed the song, the melodies on there, the message that you're putting out. I can see your growth as an artist. You know, that's why I really want people to tap into you as an artist so they can just really go back and tap into your old stuff and listen to how you come in now. And this project's 5 songs, but after hearing the project, people, I want to hear more. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear more. The project is real good, man. I can honestly say that each 5 beats don't sound the same to me. It's an up-tempo song on there, it's a soul song on there, the Long Night on there, it's giving me young boy vibes. Man, I really just appreciate you locking it in the booth and just not sticking to one consistent sound. People don't know what the fuck they finna get from you. Whether people like that or not, I like it. I heard your songs and like, all right, I heard it the first time, I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. It's different. But it took me about 4 listens to really understand what you're saying. And I like that from artists because it made me listen to the music. And you was really just giving out good messaging, talking about your past, talking about some struggles on there. And like a lot of people can resonate with that. So I'm just ready for you to like release the project, get it out to people so they can hear it.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You no problem. So yeah, man, that's what I feel about the project. You have any other questions for me?
It was basically like what I had asked you earlier. Do you feel like that type of music connects as the same type of way as like a consumer centralized music? Is there a difference?
As it stands, I don't know what the consumer like. But I will say that it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. You have to market to your target audience. Mm-hmm. But you make so much music in a wide range of varieties, I couldn't even pinpoint your target audience. But that's a good thing. Because you have a wide range of people you can target. You can target this artist, this artist, this artist, and bring all of them together and just really fuck with Tiien. And like you said earlier, you're not just really focused on the music, you focused on the brand and community, bringing people together, giving people game. You really offering quality shit that a lot of artists ain't really offering. A lot of people, artists just go in the studio, knock out hella songs, put it out, not really connecting with their fans. But you on the other side, you really trying to connect with your fans. You're trying to give them experiences through your music. Hey, this is what I went through. You can avoid that. Hey, this is what I went through. You don't gotta go the route that I took.
Yeah.
And people just took the time to listen to what you're saying. I feel like they can just really learn a lot. And that's what I take on the project.
Yeah, I definitely want to focus on that. Like, I feel like honestly, my main thing is like mindset. And I want people to, because anything you do starts with mindset. And I know you know this. Like, when you really want to start something, when you really want to get something going, like, you gotta believe in it. You gotta make it happen. Like, you gotta want to make it happen. And like, if you don't even have that belief from the start, you're not gonna do it.
That's some good game, man.
Like, you're not, like, there's just no chance you're gonna do it. So I feel like getting people to that first step, and like, this kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier about me taking a Russ approach, is like, Russ is somebody I very much so look up to. So, you know, like, modeling my career after his, in a sense, of the way I drop music and content, I feel like it's very similar. I do feel like it's similar. You know, even if our music isn't the same, it's still the same type of, like, you know, we're both vulnerable. We both want people to believe in themselves, and not to try to compare myself to Russ, you know, but I do feel like he has a very good business model, and stuff like that goes today. Like, it goes, and if you really believe in it, you know, if you really want that, you can make it happen. I feel like I can make that happen. I feel like I'm somebody that can do that.
Tiien, man, I just kind of want to really go over why your projects sound different. Give some insight on like your projects and your thought process about it.
I'm not really trying to curate a specific sound for every project, you know. I do want my projects to have a consistent sound, but I feel like more so, like, the deep-rooted reason is where I'm at the time.
Okay.
And like I was saying, I'm in a constant growth as an artist. So, you know, I feel like my projects reflect that. I try to kind of group them in a sense of, like, maybe this beat is similar to a couple other beats. Or maybe, but like I don't just go and just like look up a certain type of beat and just make like 20 songs. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking up different types of beats, different vibes, you know, all that. I'm feeling different types of ways on different days. So it's kind of just different sounds, different feelings, where I'm at the time, even skill wise, like my writing. If I'm trying a new thing with writing, maybe I try 10 songs where I do like a certain type of flow, or maybe I do like, I want to talk about this type of stuff. So like maybe 5 of those 10 songs are just fucking, I fuck with them. So, you know, I put them on a project.
And you wouldn't say that you have a consistent flow, like a go-to flow that people can like resonate with you with. You like versatile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have a specific certain thing that I do. I think if you look throughout all my music, there is certain little things you will find, you know, that be like, okay, this is a Tiien thing to do. But as far as like looking at all my songs, just being like, oh, this nigga do this all the time, like that's just, I don't think that's gonna happen. Not for a while.
What's your favorite song by you, and what's your favorite project that you put out?
My favorite song has gotta be "Look My Way."
It's one of the singles you dropped recently, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a video to it. Went up on YouTube a couple months ago. That's probably my favorite song ever. What was the end of that question?
What's your favorite project? It don't gotta be an album, mixtape, EP specifically.
Favorite project? Oh, it's gotta be Ways to Go. Yeah, so far that's gonna be out for me. But I do have more music in my computer, you know, that I'm extremely excited to release.
But as far as projects that's going on to like the platform, that's your favorite project?
I feel like it expresses my sounds very well. You know, there's other projects I have in the past. There's other collections of songs, and there's singles, and I feel like they don't fully represent, you know, who I am as an artist. I feel like they don't fully represent what I want to talk about. And I feel like this project is one of the first groups of music that I've put out that really just like,
you got to express yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, like I feel like I really got to talk what I wanted to talk about. You know, if you listen to the whole thing top to bottom, you're going to get a very good feel of who I am as an artist and what I want to talk about. And if, you know, if maybe some people won't, but I feel like it's just like, you know, it's a constant growth.
So the music you put out in the past, you didn't feel like you got to really express the true Tiien, like really get some ideas off that you would have now?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Like some of the music in the past, I feel like Look My Way is actually a very good example of that. That's my favorite song that I have out. I got a video to it and everything, but like that song, I talk about some real things on that song, but like my favorite songs to write as a writer are definitely like songs where I just get very deep and I'm damn near just venting on the track.
Okay.
But you know, songs like Look My Way, they're fun to make. I love to have songs like that because you know I can listen to it anywhere. It's fun to make the song. You know, I like rapping.
Do you feel like you cater more to what the fans want to hear? Because if I'm understanding this correctly, you like deep cuts, getting stuff off your chest.
I want people to be hurt. I want motherfuckers to cry with my shit.
Do you feel like you kind of like leaning into towards what the fans want to hear, making, you know, shit that they can hear in like events, clubs, versus like, all right, your deep cuts, you really getting shit off your chest, and is your deep cuts getting respected?
I feel like my deep cuts, I feel like they may not get respected all the way because I believe in my shit all the way.
Got you.
So I feel like it's just not being fully respected all the way, you know, because I feel like it should be more notarized, you know. I feel like more people should notice my shit and feel something from it. But the fact that I feel like it's underrated may be telling me something. You know, maybe there's something in there that I need to fix. You know what I'm saying?
Is it something you need to fix, or you just need to get it to the right people?
Probably a culmination of both. I definitely think getting the right people to hear it, because you know, it's people out there that like anything. Like I've heard some ass music that gets promoted and that gets loved. So I know my shit could go. You know, I'm very confident in my music. So it's about getting it to the right people. I think that actually might be more so the reason as opposed to, you know, just fixing it.
And are you realizing the steps that you need to take to get it to the right people, or are you just kind of going with the flow?
I have gone with the flow. Recently, I've been trying to learn a lot more about actual marketing and figuring out how I can do this, because when I first came into it, I was like, oh, I'll find people that will help me with that. And I didn't realize you gotta do a lot yourself,
Yeah.
as you know.
I would say, man, as I attributed to earlier, you are a hard-working man. You will go to an event and perform your ass off. Tell the people why events is something that they need to be trying to do. Discuss the grind, discuss your grinds more specifically. Maybe some struggles you had with it, some highlights, some highs, some lows.
I think going out and getting your face seen is one of the most important things you can do as an artist, because let's say it's a lot of internet artists today. People that blow up on TikTok.
Gotcha.
They make 5 TikToks, and then on their 5th TikTok, they go viral. They get 1 million, 1.8 million views. They're famous now. They're famous. So they go out in public. No one knows who they are.
Thanks.
Like, you want to be somebody that can touch people. And when you look at real artist careers, like you look at a damn Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, you look at Tupac, even his short-lived career,
Yeah.
but he survived till today, to where people are now like, he's the GOAT. People like Russ, people like Drake, like Lil Wayne, these people connect with people. These people make people feel like they aren't alone. They make people feel like they can do it too.
And you want to feel like that too.
You just gotta tap in.
Yeah,
You just gotta see what I got to offer. And part of the hard part is getting people to understand what you have to offer, because a lot of people they're not gonna take 45 minutes to dig into your shit and figure out why. And that makes sense. I do the same thing.
When you go into these events and you're performing, they say it takes a good 15 seconds for people to really tap into you, whether it be music or ads or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you going up there on stage, do you feel like people are connecting with you?
A lot of times, yes. There has been times where I don't feel that way. Most of the time, yes. Though I do feel like people connect with my music. I feel like a lot of the songs I perform, people, if they don't feel it, they appreciate it and they let me know. Whether that's them dancing to the song, or that's them, as soon as I get off stage, they're coming and dapping me up and they're like, hey bro, that line about this, I felt that.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, I love being able to connect with people. I love when I make something relatable to people. Like, that shit, it brings a big smile to my face. I love it.
So what's more important to you? Some people may go on stage and they like to see people dance to their music, turn up, or they may like people come up to them and dap them up, hey bro, I like that line, like you just said. What means more to you? When you perform a song, are you like more in tune into what the people are doing while you're performing? Or does it mean more to you when people come up to you like, hey bro, that line you just said, I fuck with it. Oh, you good, bro? Like, tap in, like, what means the most to you?
I would say the latter, because while I'm performing, I love it when I do see people catching a vibe to it and they're dancing, they're doing their thing to it. Like, that feels great when you're up on stage. But when you get off of stage and these people are like, hey bro, this line you said about this, like, I went through that same shit, I felt that. Like, and they they feel good about it. It's like, that's different to me. That's special to me, because I feel like it's like, like, you made somebody feel an emotion. You didn't just make somebody want to move their body. You made somebody feel an emotion.
Feel your lyrics.
Yeah, and they felt a relation to you as a person. And then, like, that just gets them interested in you. And I'll be like, damn, like, what made you feel like that? Like, I just like the process of that. Like, I like being able to make people feel something.
See, the realest people that be at the performance.
And it gets a real connection going, because you can start talking to the person about that. But continue, sorry.
I was gonna say, when you performing, it's not the people who's dancing. It's the people who meme mugging the song. Like, it's not even just a ream. It's not even a meme mug. They like, ooh, he just said something. Like, it's the people that's kind of like confused. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, damn, bro, I didn't know you could spit like that. Or,
Yes, bro.
Or, damn, bro, that song really touched me. I like when people come up to me like, hey, bro, you got bars. Or like, that song, bro, that shit tough. Or you're a lyricist. Who the fuck coming up to people saying they a lyricist? They like, bro, that song turned.
Bro, it probably happens that if you wanna line up with 20 other artists, that's probably happening to 3-4 artists maybe throughout the night.
I don't want people to come up to me and say, hey, I'm turned. I want people to say,
That was
hey,
lit. Like, hell no.
your music made an impact on me. You a lyricist. I had to really digest your lines. Like, do people come up to you and say stuff like that?
They do, and I love every single person who does that.
Yeah.
That shit makes it's a special feeling.
Man, if y'all going to any Tien's performances, come up to the man and say, hey, I feel your music.
Yeah, man. All artists want that. They want that reassurance. You know, even if you ain't necessarily changed their entire life. That's the point that we trying to get to. Really, that's really the point that we trying to get to. I'm trying to change lives. I'm trying to make people feel like they've never felt before. You know, but all artists definitely need that. Like, I feel like a lot of artists are the type
That
of
reassurance.
Yeah, a lot of artists.
Well, human, bro.
Don't feel like every single song they make might be the one. So, you know, let them know, like, hey, this could do this. Just help them feel confident in their stuff. You know, if you're feeling it, let them know. Don't hide that shit. Don't hate on them. Don't do that. I feel like it's just little things you gotta do during your performance to make people feel it. Like, you gotta look people in their eyes. You gotta, like, you really do. You gotta look people in their eyes and you gotta make them feel that shit. Like, you gotta transfer the energy of this song to the person that's listening. Like, I did a performance at my school.
Okay.
And it's part of the club, INSEG. So there's a person that he critiques everyone's performances. So what he said to me, he said I needed to move around at different speeds. And he said I needed to, like, sometimes I gotta just stand still. I did low key. Low key is like a deep cut type song.
Okay.
So he said I needed to maybe stand still sometimes and just like deliver the lines. Like sometimes just look at somebody and just like deliver that shit and make them feel it. Like you gotta put it in your chest and you gotta bring it to them. And I know you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
you got those deep cut songs.
Oh yeah.
So like you just gotta do that. Like you just gotta make people feel it, and you gotta slow down sometimes and maybe not worry about, you know, am I putting on a show, but just be like, am I delivering my message?